Guys, welcome to my live. Okay, let me wait for whoever pops up. But yes, welcome to the live. This is your girl Lois, and today, this evening, I plan to uh, plant and transplant. So let me see. Hi, thank you for joining the live. I started late today, but we can do something. Yeah, today I am going to do some planting. And hi, Nicolaj, how are you? Thank you for joining. Yeah, so today I am going to do some planting. I have Chinese cabbage here. I have some rocket here. It rained a lot actually today. Almost half the day was just raining. And I was feeling a little bit I'm fine, thank you. Hi, Sarah. Planting our seeds and also transplanting the ones I brought. I decided to do it now because it is very convenient. The weather is cool, although it might get dark soon. But yeah, I'm just thinking about which ones to plant for now because I need some seedlings. So yeah, I'm going to yesterday I got was it yesterday? I got some rocket plants from my sister. Sarah, thank you. So I'm going to transplant them. And guys, thank you so much guys for joining the live. Today we are planting and transplanting. Yeah, transplanting requires evening, although it has been very cool during it was shining a little bit in the afternoon. But I normally do my transplanting in the evenings. Planting you can do anytime because it's not going to affect the seeds, but transplanting you need to be very careful when you do it. So it's very cool now, and I'm going to transplant this what did I call it again? Yeah, I brought it from Sarah, so I'm going to do some transplanting now and also planting. Thank you so much guys for joining. I am Lois and I am here in Kampala, Uganda, doing my transplanting. Guys, don't be scared to get your hands dirty. When you're a gardener, you have to be ready to get your hands a little bit dirty. It is very therapeutic to be in a garden, guys. So I encourage all of us to engage in urban farming. So let's put this. I've already done all the others, but only these are remaining. And I'll go to planting the seeds themselves. We need to get some seedlings. I have made a video on how to get your urban garden started, and I'm going to post it tonight. So I hope you're ready for it. For those of you who are really tuning to that, was it Dockers? Yes, you asked for it. So I made a video and I'm going to post it later. I hope it helps. Yeah, let me plant. Let me bring you with me. Okay. Hi. Thank you for joining the live. Welcome, welcome. We've started late, but especially, yeah. Let me do that while I chat with you guys. How has your Sunday been, guys? Mine has again been very idle. I didn't go to church. and was supposed to go for my nephew's football again, and I didn't because I was planning to do a live earlier with you guys. Although it rained and the mood just went a little down, but here I am. So don't hesitate to leave a like on our live stream. It helps a lot to engage with you and others more. So we are all about urban farming, but we we venture into other things every now and then. There we go. So I'm using my knife. Don't be scared. I'm using my knife to transplant and also plant. Maybe I'll bring you a little bit down so that you can see properly. So this is the garden. I just cleared out a lot of things here. So again, because it rained so much, it's so wet in the garden. I don't really want to go in there, but I'm going to do what I can to plant and transplant. So let's see what we can do. I have this, the sweet pepper, and I have the cauliflower, yeah, the curly kale. How do you even think about cauliflower? All right. The curly kale. I have yeah, that squash here. This is cute. Yeah, it's squash. I have broccoli. Do I still have some in there? Let's see. We need this as well. It is very important to have eggplants because these are perennials. It's good to mix some perennial plants together with those short-lived ones, so that when you harvest the others, then you can stay with this one. So when you're doing companion planting, make sure that you incorporate both the perennials and also the short-lived ones, so that your garden is evergreen. So you have this one going for a longer time, and you harvest this more uh, as you also eating the other. Hi, Emmanuel. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you guys so much. So today I am doing some planting and transplanting. Yeah, you know that you have to do transplanting in the evenings. Very important. Otherwise, shock can kill your seedlings. Okay, so we do transplanting in the evening, and planting you can do anytime. It doesn't really matter. So today, being a rainy day, I decided to just rest, chill a little bit, and I admit I was a little bit lazy today. But yeah, let's get the day going nonetheless. At least we can finish with something productive. So yeah, I was showing you what I have, the eggplants. Please incorporate these perennials in your garden so that you have a longer period of harvest and also an evergreen garden. So even with the other ones that are short-lived, you can still make sure that you have them going throughout the year if you know how to plant your seedlings in advance. So when you have already seedlings that you've transplanted, then you have to get new seedlings going so that you have seedlings to plant every now and then, and you keep your garden evergreen. So my advice is, if you don't want to do all the other a lot of seedling growing, then you can incorporate your perennials as well. And let me see what I have here. This is the baby spinach. Yeah, it is very nice. I've eaten I think if you go to my videos, I planted this before, and I've left some to go to seed. They're very, very nutritious. You can, guys, you can prepare these for heavy breakfast. I used to prepare it in let me see if I remember the recipe. Yes, I used to do with eggs. Yeah, the onions, eggs, tomatoes, and this gives you really very nutritious and delicious breakfast. You just have to do your pseudo recipes, guys, because if you're an urban farmer, you have a lot going on in your in your garden. You have so much plants that are growing in your garden. So if you develop become a chef, develop your skills, your cooking skills, and make your own recipes. Sometimes I do my pseudo recipes, and and then it is very, very delicious. I go asking Kana, the girl I'm with, I ask her, how did they prepare this again? Because I don't know whether it's going to come up nice or not. So when it comes out nice, then I forget. How did we make this? How did I make this? So just create your own recipes. These are just a variety of things that you can have in your garden. And if you create your own recipes, you're going to have fun because there are herbs, at least they're that. Okay? What did you? Ah, you've never seen spinach in Uganda. Ah, yes. What we call spinach here, most people, the Swiss chard. So most of us refer to Swiss chard as spinach. But yeah, it's very, I don't think many people really care about having these. But we have seeds available in town that you can actually buy and grow this. They're very, very nutritious, guys. Discover and broaden your recipe books. Huh? So this is baby spinach. So very, very delicious, and a number of other vegetables that you can grow. So don't limit yourself. Once you see something that is what I always do with my sister is like we always do like the discovering things, the things that we haven't eaten before, but like how we started to get the story behind the Indian spinach, for example. We went to get some plants from a plant place. We visited some plant places here in Kampala, of course. And um, as we were buying some plants, my sister noticed the Indian spinach, and we we thought they were actually we thought it was an ornamental plant, so it was nice, and we were thinking about how great it would look as an hanging plant, until of course this very knowledgeable lady, and she's very, very generous, guys. Next time I'll take you to her, and then she'll teach you all about other. She's very knowledgeable. So she told us it was edible, it was this, she taught us all about it. And it was very interesting. But we first picked interest in that particular plant because we thought it was beautiful. So every day is a discovery with plants, and it's very nutritious. Yeah. My brother-in-law prepared it, and the first time I tasted it, he had made it in a, guys, it was so nice. Yeah, it was so delicious. Yeah. So let us broaden our recipe books. So here I have the kale, still have a lot here. So I'm going to plant this as well so that we have seedlings from these. So just in case you also, how long? It doesn't take long, Manuel. It doesn't take long. When you grow it, like when I grow this now, it's almost like black-eyed peas. We call it a ball, right? So it doesn't take long. If I plant it now, then within a few days it's sprouted, and then I transplant, and you can eat from it forever. So once you keep harvesting, and harvesting, then of course new leaves come up, new leaves sprout, and you keep eating from those. From one particular plant, you can harvest for a long time. So don't be scared. It takes a very short time to sprout. Okay. Um, Always take it with eggs for breakfast, but never knew could get it in Uganda. So are you in Uganda, Emmanuel? If you are, then I'm happy to deliver to you once these ones grow. The ones I have that are mature, I've left to go to seed so that we get more seeds. Where is it? Yeah, so that we get more seeds. And that is one thing that I've been encouraging people. Once you buy like seeds like these, and by the way, I planted the ones that I have from this particular one. I just bought ones. So when you get seeds like this, you buy, it should just be a one-time thing that you should do. You should be able to leave some things to go to seed so that you also minimize on the costs of buying them every now and then. So once you have this and you've planted, leave some plants to go to seed, and then you multiply. You even get triple these or more, because when you get from here, there are quite many. Now a few remaining, but from these I am going to have a lot of seeds. So this should motivate you to plant and leave some to go to seed. Yeah, so Emmanuel, just let me know if you want some of these other plants. I'll be very pleased to deliver to you. If you watch my previous videos, you're going to see it there, and it's really, really nutritious. I agree. Yeah, very delicious with eggs. I'm glad you've had that recipe. Toby, do you buy your seed starting mix or you make it yourself? Oh, Toby, welcome first of all to the live. I appreciate you guys joining me and just aiding this live stream going. Of course, guys, leave this live stream a like. I'll be very grateful, and helps us more to engage. And please say hello when you join. It helps me see you and also engage with you more. So Toby is asking if I buy my seeds starting mix or make it yourself. So like this, I have bought these. Normally I buy seeds like this, and then I leave them to go to seed. And other seeds of course I just buy like once most of the time, and I keep multiplying them. I leave others to go to seed, package. So we are also guys, I told you the reason as to why I'm always doing we, because my sister Sarah does urban farming as well. And if you haven't checked her channel yet, go and check Sarah Pedun. So everything we do together. We share seeds, we share ideas, we share this and that, all about urban farming, guys. So check out her channel if you haven't already, and of course subscribe to it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel as well, and you love urban farming, please do. I am Lois. We are all about urban farming, but of course we take you on adventure every now and then. What is Emmanuel saying? When I get back, we'll let Lynn get me to you, because I would like to do an urban garden. Yes, guys, that is very good. One of the other services that we it is how can I say it? It's something that we are motivated to do to help other people establish their urban farm. So if you want to get started with, I know most of you don't have time, or maybe you are just reluctant about getting your hands dirty, or you're just not into that, okay? But you love looking at your garden, love picking food from your garden. Yes, contact me, No problem. My business number is on the bio, mostly on WhatsApp. So just let me know, and then we shall be able to deliver that service to you. We can, of course, discuss and schedule appointments here and this. When you contact me to help you with your herb and garden, then I can arrange to come for assessment. Uh, that is, oh yes, I said earlier that I've just posted a video on how to start your own herb and farm. There are a number of things that you need to consider, one of which is the first thing you need to do is to assess what you have, assess your resources. Okay, so you cannot just start things like a fly falling on something. You need to assess. When you contact me, I will arrange for a time to come for assessment and see your wants and needs, and then we can start from there. Also depending on your space, of course, what you want, how fancy you want it. Do you want it like I said, in this channel we always cater for a range of needs, and of course we base our things on affordability and availability. I can tell you to start container gardening, for example, but I have to give you a range of things that you can consider. You can do it cheap, or you can do it expensive, depending on your preferences and also your pocket. So we consider affordability and availability very critically. Uh, Thank you so much for supporting her channel. Yes, yes. Sarah is very inspiring as well. She does have a variety of things. Yeah. So we are sisters. We are four sisters, but only two of us have to have the passion for gardening. We really, really love gardening. We love everything about gardening, and we love learning more about gardening. Um, and our major focus is also to encourage people out there to get more engaged into urban farming, because I think, in my opinion, that is the way to go now. Hmm? Want to know more about organic fertilizers? Huh. So guys, I talked about this before, that we should learn, especially when someone asked me about where I get my soil from. And I mentioned, I talked about making our own compost, from your kitchen. It's very easy to obtain these kitchen uh, wastes. And I also talked about learning how to divide your wastes that are biodegradable and non-biodegradable, so that it's easier for you to have a bucket full of kitchen waste, and the other that you can dispose of for recycling elsewhere. But your kitchen wastes shouldn't go to waste, okay? You should, I think I'm going to make a video on how to make your own compost, because this is going to be very good manure for our plants, and of course we can make very, very good soil from that. So I am going to tackle that, I guess, in one of the videos. But yeah, let's learn to make our own compost, and the reason as to why we should learn to make our compost is also to avoid spending. When you have your own compost, then you don't have to go look for other farmers that you can buy these things from. Okay, I thought I saw a comment. Yes, so we reduce on the costs when we make our own compost, instead of going to look for farmers out there to buy the manure from them. We can just make our own, and that is what I have been doing. I have, even my sister does that a lot. She has also her particular area where she does her composting. So when they get rotten really good, then she just picks them and incorporates them in the garden, and it is fantastic. So guys, I talked about visiting her. Sarah, I am definitely come. Hi, Norbert. Yeah, I talked about going to her place, which I am going to do. Norbert, today we are doing planting and transplanting. Started out late. I was a little bit lazy earlier. Not really lazy, but I guess I was. The weather has been very moody, and I became moody a little bit as well. But here I am, and the best time to do transplanting is evening, which I am already done with the transplanting. Uh, Especially here at the back, I had a lot of corn. Did you check out my previous video, guys? It had, yeah, I roasted corn, and it was so sweet. It was so sweet. And yeah, so this is the place from which we harvested, and I decided to now what I've transplanted are the bok choy. I have bok choy. For those of you who don't know, let me see if I have bok choy. Nope. Oh, nope. Okay, I don't have bok choy here to show you, but I have transplanted some bok choy. No, but it's already dark. What time is it there? It should be earlier than yeah. The weather out is a little bit weird, but it's a little bit. I think we are entering 7, and it's getting dark as well. So I'm wondering, could be something to do with the season now. But yeah. Hi, Kenda. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you. Today we are here doing the planting and transplanting, and I was showing you guys before I went into explaining and all of that. But keep your questions coming. I'm very happy to engage with you. I'm very happy. So Emmanuel, I'm going to tackle that particular topic as well, so that you can visit the video as frequent as you want, so that you can learn how to make your own manure. That is what we've been doing, and we have also a farmer somewhere who does that. But it's very tricky, guys. Sometimes when you pick manure from other people, sometimes then it's not it's not mature, and so it's very likely to get things like bacterial wilt. There's a time we got manure from a farm, and guys, we suffered. We had myself and Sarah and I, we got the manure. And of course, uh, it's also dark already there. I'm still outside. It's 6 something, coming to 7, but it's still a little bit clear. So I'm happy. I'm happy to know this how things are going elsewhere. How has your Sunday been, guys? Tell me about your Sunday. So I was telling you about our experience, Sarah and I. We went to get this manure because we had these particular tomatoes that we were excited about, and I bragged to Sarah about it because I'd planted I had lots of seedlings from that particular tomatoes. So in our excitement, we went to get this manure. But what happened next was drastic, because the manure wasn't, I think, mature, and we suffered a lot from bacterial wilt that affected our tomatoes. The tomatoes just went one by one wilting, and I was like, okay, it has happened this time. I still have lots of seedlings, so I kept replacing until I ran out of until I ran out of the seedlings. It was a little bit sad, but that is also one of the challenges that we experience as farmers. You cry, but you get up. and you start again. Those are the challenges, especially for those of you who go organic. Organic farming is not for the weak, yeah, because you're going to be attacked by a variety of things. Now we have, of course, chemical, organic pesticides and things like that. But yeah, but still, it's a lot of challenge if you start your organic farming. It tests your patience. It tests every will that you have. But we go on. We push on. Saw your sister's collection of grass for fertilizer, but she never explained it fully. Huh? Now, if she's here or she's not, I am going to sing to her like a mosquito. I'll just go, okay, you did not explain this, you did not explain that. Yes. Guys, if you have your garden, you raised bed, and you have these grasses that are always cut, one thing you can do is use them for mulching. It's very good. Remember the advantages of mulching your plants. Like if you have maize growing, you have beans growing, okay, then you can benefit a lot from if you have these grasses, you can just mulch. And the reason mulching is very good is because these grasses eventually is going to rot, and then it will turn into manure. But there are scenarios where you should avoid, especially if you're where a lot of ants uh, the ants are, because once you spread them in your garden, then you're going to attract them, and they'll nibble even your plants. So if you have a lot of ants, you can just gather these grasses and then mix them, throw them in a place you've designed for making your compost, and just keep turning them and make sure they're a little bit moist, until they get rotten, and then you can take them to your garden. But otherwise, if you have no problem with the ants, uh, I mean, yeah, the termites, guys, the termites. Yes, so if you have no problem with the termites, you're good to go. You're good to go. You can just mulch, and then eventually this is not going to just retain moisture to help with retention of moisture, but eventually they are going to rot and then turn into very good manure for your garden. That is another way that you can just use the grasses, but otherwise you can take them to your space where you're composting and then allow them to rot with the rest of the other things, and you're good to go. But yes, if you're there where termites are, I did that in a place where I thought I had gotten rid of the termites. But to my shock, I did the mulching. I did the mulching, and the next day, I went and found all these, signs of nibbling. And the next day, my other plants were also nibbling. So be very careful where you apply that. If you don't have problems with it, and if you have also the problem with the termites, when you throw this mulching, when you put the mulch, and then you don't water, then there's a high chance that the termites will attack. But if you keep it moist, somehow they do not really attack much. So you can try that and keep watering regularly as you should, of course, and then you're good to go. And they might not attack it, so don't let me scare you so much. Ah, Amanda, thank you so much. I appreciate I appreciate that so much. Yeah, it motivates me a lot to just engage with you guys and teach. And guys, I learn from you. You learn from me. I learn from you. I learn every day about gardening. Uh, Yeah, and I love learning. I love teaching. I love a lot of doing constructive things. So this is my passion. The garden work is my passion, and it really, really warms my heart to share whatever little knowledge I have about it, so that you, my brothers and sisters, can also start doing that. Otherwise, guys, welcome to the live. For those of you who have just joined, thank you so much for joining, and leave us a like, leave a comment. It's very important for us to engage with each other. I would really, really, really appreciate if you said hi so that I can know you're there, and of course engage a little bit with you. I saw a YouTube video of grass collection out in a tank, added water, then fermentation. How about that process of making organic? Okay. Uh, well, I guess that's what that particular person chose to do, because you know what is involved in composting. So you cannot have decomposition without some rotting and fermentation. So maybe put in a tank just to quicken the process. Some people don't have like space to start their to do their composting. We are lucky that we have like the grounds where we can just where we can spare to make our own compost, but some people don't have that space. So you can have a drum, you can have a tank like you said, and then you keep turning. But if you are acquainted with the process of the processes that happen there, then you know that decomposition is happening. There's going to be some fermentation because of the heat, the anaerobics that are working through their how do I say it? Then the anaerobics that are eating through and doing their thing there. So it's a whole process, a very interesting scientific process. But yeah, fermentation is going to, no matter where you do your compost, you have to make sure that it is moist. Like that is why it's adding the water to keep the whole thing moist, because the composition is not going to happen unless it's a little bit moist. Okay, fermentation does not also happen unless it is, because you are promoting the anaerobic bacteria, these other microbes, to do their thing. The guys, please don't make me enter into that topic. It is very interesting, and I love when I go into those explanations. You will just chase me out, but yeah, it is a necessary uh, water. Hi. Yes, Emmanuel, what is that question about? The water hyphen? Elaborate so that I can get to know how to respond to that. Yeah, but that the water hyphen, I think it's a beautiful plant. Sometimes we just grow in the wrong places and we have effect on on things that we're blamed for. But it's also a beautiful plant. But elaborate. What about it? It's getting darker now, but it's okay. It's okay. I am still here with you guys. Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you all. So I did not finish showing you what I have. I have the cauliflower, have the hot pepper, I have the coriander, um, the onions. Mm. I know it's getting a little bit dark, and I will soon turn on the lights. I think it's about time I turn on the lights. Otherwise, I'm going to be like a little witch in the garden. Um, so we have the rocket here, um, the Chinese cabbage, I think I already showed you, and the kale also. So all of these I have planted, some I haven't, and because I don't want to be like a little witch in the garden, I'll stop the planting now. It's okay. What let me see. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the knowledge. Yes, I appreciate that so much, Emmanuel. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Let me just go turn on the lights a little bit so that, or I just take you in or at the balcony. We'll see. We'll go. I was thinking about going to roast some corn, but I didn't harvest the corn. I still have some in the garden. Others are still quite young, but it's okay. So let me turn on the lights a little. Guys, here I am. I went to turn on the lights. It's a little bit shiny now. So I'll just let me see it in the garden. I'm thinking about something that I experienced last night. Very funny. But let me first adjust to this. Here I am in the garden. Yeah, I was thinking about going to engage with you guys in the house, but I think there's so much light here, which is okay. So most times I prefer being outside. Then I get a lot of fresh air. And I think I'll adjust more. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. So just keep those questions coming in. I would really love to engage with you. Let's talk urban farming. It's fine. Let's talk about something else. It's also fine. Every now and then when I come on live, we can just talk about everything and anything. So you're welcome to ask any questions. I'll be very happy to answer them. Today, I don't know how long we shall go for, but let's keep it coming. Let's keep those questions coming. It will all depend on you, how you engage with me. So ask away, ask those questions that you want to know, the challenges, this, that, whatever. Usually your questions direct me to point out certain things. You might even remind me of some things that I want to share. How about your organization? Remember you're talking about it. The organization, I talked about it in my channel. Elaborate, because mostly I talked about the garden center that I plan to is in is in progress already anyway. Yes, that I am starting in Soroti in the east. So we shall have a garden center there, and of course it's already in progress. We have not yet opened officially, but I'll do that eventually. Was that what you're asking about? Before I start going on and on and on about it. So just tell me Is it, what organization was it, the garden center that I mentioned, so they can elaborate more. And Kenda, what do you use for your pest control? Well, number one, what we do is intercropping. Okay, I talked about, always give the example of marigold, where you can incorporate in your garden. It can repel certain bugs, certain insects. So when you incorporate a lot of a variety of things together, then they are going to repel certain pests. That is one thing that I do, of course. And then there was one time, we call him Uncle Sam. Yeah, he's here with us. So he provided us some organic pesticide that was really helpful as well. I tried that, but normally I normally just do like intercropping and also use some method like, have you guys tried using soap, like liquid soap? There is this thing that normally really disturbs people in their gardens, the white flies. They disturb a lot. You find like under your leaf, there's a lot of them on there, and they affect like a skuma wiki, a variety of plants. So most times we make a solution. You can do that. Actually, that is very important. You can use soap, the liquid soap, mix it, and you can pour in some oil there when you're mixing. Of course, don't make it very concentrated, otherwise then you mix it with some oil. It helps to stick, you know. And then some baking soda, add a little there as well, and then you can spray your plants. So mostly I see vegetables being attacked by these white flies a lot, and that is one of the things that I do. Just use the soap, the liquid soap, put some oil there, and then some little baking soda, and of course you can spray using that. And the other thing that have you guys ever thought about using your ashes? When you go to the villages, you all right, I guess it's time to take you in. Oh, let me take you guys in. Okay. Right. I guess we shall get better lighting once we go inside. I was going to make a fire, but let me just take you guys in. It's fine. Right. Yeah, here we are. Here we are. Okay. Yes. So I need to bring it a little bit down. It was quite raised where it was. So let me put it down a bit. Yes, guys, the ash really helps. When you go to the villages, you find like tomato plants. They've poured so much ash on them. They're just white. Growing up, we never used to understand why they did that. And I think some people do it because they see others doing and they don't even know why they're doing. But in the villages, you find when people are pouring ashes on tomato plants or other plants, because it helps to repel these, these pests that attack them. So you find the tomato plant very, very, very healthy, which is, yeah, we can learn a lot from from that. So if you want to, sorry, I'm trying to adjust a little bit more. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Right. That and that. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the tripod. I want it to be a little bit closer with you. So, yeah. So that is what I would recommend for. Sometimes you might go, if you don't really know places, they might tell you this is a an organic pesticide, but it could be other. It could be a lie. So for me personally, unless you have a trusted organizational person, or unless you really know for sure that it's from an authentic place, I'd prefer that you use your available materials. You as organic farmers, like I've told you, you can use you can mix up your liquid soap, add a little bit of oil, and then add a little bit of baking soda. Remember, baking soda serves the same purpose as the ashes, you know, they're the same composition, you know that. So instead of, because sometimes we don't have ashes, we use gas in the city, so you might not have it, but you can use your baking soda in your kitchen to add a little in that mixture. The oil serves only the purpose of helping it stick to the plant. But the rest is to and if you also know what or what soaps are made of, then you know. But yes, I do that, and also just use just intercrop. Learn how to intercrop, and that's why I encourage companion planting, because that enables you to grow a variety of plants in one bed. And one of those plants can be a repellent of something from attacking this other one. They can help each other in a number of ways. The other reason, the other reason that actually didn't talk about was, what was it? The importance of companion planting. Oh, I think I tackled all, but when I was talking about in the video that I'm going to post soon about how to start your urban farm. When you start, guys, make sure that you have you start with you start out with the fast growing plants. You can mix them, fast growing and the other, because you want to get morale. When you see these, not just morale, when you start seeing green and lush in your garden, you get some motivation, right? So start with those quick growing plants. Like number one is beans. Two, the same category. The other is black-eyed peas. Grows so fast, and you can eat from it for a long time. So grow the fast growing plants as you wait for the other to give you some lush and motivation, and of course provide you with quicker food source. So that is what I think I did not talk about so much when I was talking about seedlings or seeds somewhere there. But yeah, I am going to post that video tonight about how to start your own urban farm. And guys, just ask away. I learn from you, you learn from me, we learn from each other. That is the important thing here. So let us start our own urban farms. And like I said to Emmanuel, for those of you who might not be or don't have time to do a physical to do work mechanically, dig and do that and that, get your hands dirty, please feel free to contact us. We shall be very happy to help you start out your own urban farm. The number is on my bio, mostly available on WhatsApp. So you know how it is, sometimes a lot of unnecessary calls, but I also have other numbers which sometimes I don't carry all my phones. So but I have the WhatsApp, that is always with me. So when you contact me on that WhatsApp number, I'll be very happy to respond and help you start out your own herb and farm. And of course, if you have an herb and farm already going on, I am very, very happy to come visit you, and then we can share our knowledge with each other. I would really, really appreciate to engage with you more. So, Kenda, I'm very happy to know that you use hash. Some people don't know this, and some people might think otherwise when they see these plants with a lot of ash. They'll wonder why they're pouring rubbish on them. But they play a great, it plays a great advantage to the plant. So let us learn these methods of repelling pests. We have so many topics, guys, to handle when it comes to urban farming. And every time you engage with me and tell me these things, it pops up. And then I'm like, I need to talk about this, I need to talk about that. So it's very, very nice to engage and share with you. So I'm happy. Thank you so much for being with me. I really, really appreciate you. If you've just joined, please say hello and just let me know what your Sunday has been like. And let's talk about urban farming. Let's talk about bringing those questions, bring out your suggestions on the videos that you'd want me to make, because that helps me a lot and makes me happy. It makes me very, very happy when I know that you want me to talk about this, you want me to talk about that, because I know you are going to benefit from it. Like I shared with Emmanuel, which one is your favorite plant in your garden and why? Ha. Mm. Mm. Which is my favorite plant? Yes, I have one, which is, but guys, I love my plants. They're like children to me. So it's very hard to know even which one is a favorite, because each of them plays a different role in the garden and plays a different role in everything. So, but there is one plant that is my favorite child right now, which is the curly kale. This particular plant, I planted the curly kale, and all of them, being an organic farmer, most of them were attacked and it died. So I have that one particular kale that I intend to go to seed, and I've been just keeping it there. I've never eaten from it, I think only once. I just keep checking on it, and just makes me just makes me so happy to look at it because it's so beautiful. I saved that particular one and made sure that it never got attacked, although now it's still being attacked every now and then, but I make sure that I wash it clean. If you come to visit my curly kale, then you are in trouble, because I am going to make sure that I get rid of you one way or the other. But again, we do not encourage chemicals in the garden. One reason is, before I go to that, Emmanuel, I love this particular kale because it is a survivor. It was the only survivor, which I intend to go to seed, although I have other seedlings coming up now. So that's why I particularly paid more attention to that one. Otherwise, all my plants are dear to my heart. And depending on depending on the role it's playing in the garden. And sometimes I just love, like, also the marigold. I have like a variety of colors, which is there is the orange, deep orange one, there's a yellow, pale yellow, and then I have like 3 varieties. And we have in Sorority, we have the young, the ones that people love a lot for tea. So I have them, and I love seeing the zinnias. I love the sunflowers. When you're in the garden, it's very therapeutic, guys. You just experience all of these beauty, in front of you, and it warms my heart to just look at them. Yeah, when I'm stressed and I'm in the garden, the stress evaporates a little bit. And I get less tired, because I'm quite a thinker. I'm a deep thinker. I love thinking, analyzing, and doing this and that. But when I'm in the garden, I'm very peaceful. I shut out all the other things, calculations going on in my head, and I just enjoy the plants. So that is one of the reasons why we should engage in urban farming, because we have a number of benefits, one of which is just helping, being therapeutic to us. It's very therapeutic to be with them. And it is also some plants like the snake plants are very, very good also to have in the house. That's the one topic that we should handle, house plants and what the ones that the house plants can also be called the shade plants, because they thrive under the shade, and some of them are very, very good for us, like the snake plants, for example. They help to purify the surrounding, and some believe actually bring luck. So yes, but I love the science, so the purification is very important. Of course, your spiritual ones are also very important, the beliefs and all that. But yeah, it's very good to have house plants. How many of you have house plants, guys? Because sometimes we only think about having plants in the garden, and we forget the beauty of having house plants. You blended spinach water and it worked for you. Okay. That's good to know. You see, guys, I learn a lot from you, and we learn a lot from each other. So what works for you, what works for you, I can try as well, and it could work for me. So yes, thank you so much, Kenda. I appreciate that very much. I'm definitely going to try it out. And yeah, I appreciate a lot, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around. I appreciate you a lot, and I look forward to receiving those questions from you and your suggestions on what you want me to talk about in the videos. It helps a lot. I'll just make a list of all your requests, and I'll make sure that none of them is ignored. Yes, I'm back in the living room. It got a little bit dark outside and I was looking blurry. My intention today was to okay. Yeah, yes. Welcome back, Norbert. Thank you so much for coming back. I was outside. I did some transplanting today. Guys, talking about transplanting, what time do you do your transplanting? And what time do you water your plants? That is very, very important aspect in urban farming. There are people who tell me that they've tried planting, and they just keep dying. But there is definitely a reason as to why our plants keep dying. And one of the things that we need to tackle is what time do we transplant? You saw today I was doing transplanting in the evening. So it's very important that I am not transplanting, I am not certified. No, but okay, right. I see. Kenda, you're saying when I get a chance, I'll send you marula seeds or seedlings for your sorority. Oh, thank you so much. Any seed is welcome. Thank you so much. I would appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I appreciate, and just let me know what you might need from my garden. Right, no, but yes, but hi, Sarah. Guys, Sarah Pedun is my sister and she does urban farming. So please make sure to visit her channel. There's a lot to learn on there. I keep saying we, and you wonder with who. But I'm used to saying we because we do a lot of things together with my sister. We share seeds. We share a lot of passions, our passion together. We have a lot in common. So we do a lot of urban farming together, and you have a lot to learn from her as well. So if you haven't subscribed to her channel, please do so now, and you have lots to learn from there. I have talked about going to do a tour at her place, and I haven't done that yet. Bad me. But I am definitely going to take you. It's going to be a long one because she has a lot of things going on in her farm. She has a poultry, rabbits. So from poultry, she has ducks, she has turkeys, she has chickens, she has the pigeons. Guys, she has a lot, and then she has rabbits, and I think she's going to introduce some sheep and goats soon. Yeah, she had also the Guinea fowl, by the way, which I gifted to her, and she gifted back because it was making a lot of noise. And yeah. So yes, I am going to make a video touring her place to show you for you, but please uh, uh, check out her channel and subscribe to tune in for more. She has a lot to teach you guys. And Sarah, someone mentioned that you talked about the use of the cut grass and you didn't elaborate. I tried to elaborate as much as I could, but I guess we shall also tackle that the next time I'm with you. Hmm? But definitely all of them are going to subscribe and they're going to learn a lot more from you. Guys, check out her channel now and subscribe. Hi, Sobi, Sobless. Thank you so much for joining the live. Hello, I appreciate you. I am here in Kampala, Uganda. I was outside before doing the transplanting and the planting, and I showed a few guys what I was planting. So now, because it's dark, I came back in here and we're just talking about what you want me to talk about, the urban farming in general. Tell me your experience. Tell me what you... yes, yes, yes. So I'm sending lots and lots of love to those of you who have joined. Sending lots of love from Uganda. So receive it with lots of, how do you say, like that? So back to transplanting, you have to do that in the evenings because your plants are likely going to be, they're most likely going to be shocked and might not recover if you do it at the wrong time. And yeah, we encourage mostly evening because they have the night, throughout the night to recover. Some people do it early mornings, but should there be like some scorching sun at some point, it might suffer greatly. So my advice would be actually to do the transplanting in the evening so that they can overcome the shock and thrive more through the night, and they're ready for the next day. Another thing is why our plants keep dying could be also either overwatering or underwatering, and what time you water. Let us talk about what time we water. What time do you guys water your plants? Because some people will tell me, oh, I keep watering my plants, but what time are you doing it? So the best time to water is very early in the morning and also late in the evening when the sun is down. Because if you water during the day when the sun is scorching, then the grounds are very, very hot, and you pour that water, it's going to boil and cook your roots. So you'll give it a lot of love in the afternoon, give it a lot of love anytime. But once you do it in the afternoon, yes, your plant is most likely going to die, and and you'll cry saying, I've been watering, I've been doing this, but you're doing it at a wrong time. Sarah also has some velvet monkeys. Yes. Some say that plants are emotional. Is it true? I don't know about plants being emotional, but I think the energy that we, I think since they're living things, they also sense energy, right? I'm not so sure. I'm not an expert on that, but definitely being living things, they're a little bit sensitive to certain things, the energy we give them, this and that. But maybe that is why they are always, the sensitivity can be equal to emotions. That for sure can be translated that way. But yeah, like having feelings, who knows? It could be true. Could be true. I don't know. But yeah, plants are definitely sensitive, and depending on the energy we give, we definitely will get back the same energy. But back to the watering. Some plants require lots of water, others don't. And most times when we overwater, then we encourage root rot, and we also encourage like these fungal bacterial attacks, which can eventually kill our plants. So when you're watering, don't overwater it. Just give it enough where the soil is a little bit moist but not wet. And learn when to water, and also where your plant is. When your plant is a house plant, for example, watering is watering it will vary from those that are out. You have to keep touching on your soil. If it is requiring watering, then you can do that. But most times when the plants are indoors, then evaporation is not very intense. So most times the water stays for a longer time, and you don't have to water every day or every now and then. So it might take even a week for some plants, or some days for you to water. But for those outside, and also depending on the weather at the particular time, there are some seasons which, like now, it's raining a lot, so we don't really do watering because it rained a lot for half the day. So that we don't water. But in normal days where there's no much rain, take for instance a day without rain, we just water once in the evening, and the rest of the day we just go without the water. Or if it is very scorching, we do both evening and mornings. I think your plants miss your care when you travel. Yes, I bet they do. Yeah, I think they sense the energy, that oh, she's not around. I'm sure, I'm definitely, because when I'm away, then I'm thinking about them as well, wondering how they're doing. Like the last time I left, it was I missed them a lot. We had corn. We had Sarah, my sister, came over. She came over to my place and made videos on that during the times I was away, and she had all the updates on her channel, so check it out. I had lots of marigold, lots of corn, lots of this and that, and pumpkin as well. I left when they were about to mature, and the guys here, of course, ate. They ate so much in my absence, and I was missing them. Just enjoying the beauty, just being around the marigolds. They were all around, just like a paradise. And yeah, when Sarah showed me those pictures when I was away, I miss them so much, and I just felt like being around. But what consoled me was knowing that I left something that was being consumed by the people that I love, like the pumpkins. We had about 5 or 4, yes, and I was very happy they kept for me because the pumpkins are, guys, let me show you what I brought. We are waiting for it to cure so that we can harvest so much seeds from them. Kana, oh, bring our pumpkin. The one I brought from Soroti, guys. So we're just curing, and then I'm going to invite Sarah over, my other sisters, and then we shall just enjoy all. Yeah, it is an achievement. When I went there, so when I try to balance, when I'm here, I'm missing the plants in Soroti. When I'm in Soroti, I'm missing plants here. When I'm away, I'm missing everything. So it's yeah, it's I definitely miss them a lot, and I'm going to show you what I brought with me. What is Ken? I'm a culprit. I loved my plants so much. I overwatered, and of course, I lost. Yes, 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 guys. Most of the times our plants are dying because we overwater them or we underwater them. Sometimes you forget to water, and they wither to a point of no recovery. So you have to be careful when you are watering your plants. And please remember to water. If you go to work every day, um, and you have your garden, please take a moment and take care of them. Actually, you can take care of them in the evening when you come back from work, or if you go if you come back very tired, then you can do it in the morning if you have some time. Check your plants, because once you check, once you keep checking your plants, then you will know what's happening to them. When they're withering, you know that this needs water. When something is attacking them, then you know that you need what you need to do. But if you take a week without checking your plants, then it is likely that some of them are going to either dry or be attacked without your knowledge. Sometimes we have like grasshoppers, for example. Those things can nibble. They can nibble on those fresh leaves so much. So sometimes they can attack the garden, and these are things you can pick with your hands. So when you see a grasshopper that is attacking your plant, you can just pick it and throw it away. But if you don't check your garden often, how are you going to know that something is eating and what is eating it and what you can do about it? So the first thing is, let's keep checking our plants, and and let's learn when to transplant, when to water, and do you use liquid fertilizer? And if yes, can one use it as a means of irrigation? Hmm. Let's see that question. When you're applying like fertilizer, let's say you're applying, for example, yeah, I've used some fertilizers in the past, um, like NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So if you are using these other liquid fertilizers, you're not going to you're not going to use a lot of it to spray on one particular plant. So it might not, because I know you mix it with water, yes, but the amount might be very minimal. It might get stuck on the leaves or on other parts of the plant and not the soil. Remember, when you're watering, we are not watering the leaves, we are watering the soil, because then the plant absorbs the water directly from the soil. And sometimes we shouldn't water the leaves. Why? I'm just saying sometimes, because sometimes when the leaves are moist, it encourages these bacterial and fungal infections, fungal attacks. So when our plants are dry, then we at least save them also from those other attacks. So we water the soil mostly. But when you're applying these fertilizers, then mostly most of it is going to stay on the leaves and might not do much. So I would encourage you to first water your plants and then apply your fertilizer, the liquid one that you're talking about. Okay, so yes, it might not be adequate enough to water to water the plants, because we need to water the soil so that they can um, absorb in, what is that, let me see. True, plants are emotional, very sensitive, and I don't want to be cruel to them, so that is why I eat some. Right, so no, but the reason you eat a lot of meat is because that's a funny one. All right, yeah. But being humans, we are the most dangerous species around. So when we want to attack plants, we attack. When we want to attack animals, we attack. But it is nature, right? And we need to survive. So sometimes it's just what it is. We can't do much. But yeah, yeah, definitely plants are very sensitive. They are quite sensitive because they respond. Have you ever touched a plant and it's reactive? Sorry if I ask immature questions, but I am Kampala born, but now bought village land. Want to try farming, but in Kampala, and I've been making a lot of research too. Oh, Emmanuel, there is no immature questions. Never. So just ask away whatever, it's fine, you know. For me, there is no immature questions. I am very, very happy to answer any questions. Don't even think that. I'm very happy that you keep these questions coming, because I know, yeah, most of us have grown in town, and we don't know these things, but it's good. It's always good, like, to learn. It's good to learn these things. There are things that I know that someone might not know, and there are things that I don't know that the other person might know. And it's just good to interact and learn from each other. So please keep those questions coming. They make me very, very happy. Okay, so yeah, don't be afraid to use your fertilizer, but just the amount might not be adequate for the plant. Okay, because and guys, if you have to be very, very careful with the concentrations of the things that you use. Even if you're using, like, the soap, for example, soap mixture to water your to get rid of these pests, you have to be very careful with the concentration, because once you go overboard, I don't know if you've guys, you always take me back to science, yeah, but this dealing with plants is all scientific, which is very interesting. So you don't want to your plants to, how do I say it in simple terms? Okay, I'll just say you don't want your plants to wilt, because once you use these chemicals, then you're going to draw in you're going to make them lose water. I don't want to go through the process of osmosis, all the things. But yeah, let us be careful with the concentrations of these things that we use. You'll end up burning your plant, in other words. So when you're using maybe the liquid fertilizer that you're talking about, when you're using maybe this soap that you're talking about for repelling these pests, then you have to be very careful with the concentrations that you use. because they can be helpful but also dangerous on the other side. They can either wilt or even worse, dry your plants depending on the concentration, because a lot of things, a lot of chemistry is happening within the plant system as well. So yeah, it excites me. Um, I once experimented by pouring some fresh milk on the money plant. Oh, guys, wait. No, but see what you did. Now thinking about monkeys. Yeah, monkeys have been disturbing my sister. There's a banana that she recently harvested, and I kept pestering her to do that because I didn't want to make losses. I wanted to make sure that I ate that banana. So I kept telling her, "Oh, what if the monkeys come? What if the monkeys come?" And actually, the monkeys ate some of her corn, and they were targeting that particular yellow banana. I know that, but now I'm happy that she has harvested, and we are a bit safe. I can't wait for the day that I'm going to eat. Sarah, don't even try to eat that banana without without me. But yeah, I was just sorry about that. I read it as monkey because my mind was just thinking about the monkeys that are disturbing. Even us here, we have some monkeys that come around, and they love the bananas. They love. I realized that they love even some peas. Okay, let me just read. I once experimented by pouring some fresh milk on a money plant. The plant health improved and even appeared to grow faster in the coming days. Ah, yes, yes, yeah. The money plant is an indoor plant. Yes, it is an indoor plant or a shade plant. It can grow under any plant that grows under the shade can be indoor, but also depending on the benefits that you can get from these particular plants. You don't want to bring in a plant that is going to consume all your oxygen. Never mind. But yeah, we have house plants, which are very important to have in the house, beauty, and also help with purification. So yeah, Sarah has the money plant too. Yeah, we got the money plant, young ones, and yeah, Sarah should definitely show you guys her house, some house, like the corner, just that clip of where the house plant is, like some pictures of the house plants. She has very nice house plants, and money plant is one of them. So there's a lot to, let me see. There are the golden pothos. Okay. Thank you, Dima. Thank you so much for teaching us all the things. I appreciate that so much. So the golden pothos. Okay, Emmanuel, you're saying, how come I have never heard of money plant? Why are they called money? So there is a belief that once you bring these plants into the house, they bring in luck and a luck to get money. That is, I think, the logic behind. There's also another type that is called money plant, but I think it is only named that because of the belief behind it, brings in luck. Yes, I am going to show you another type of plant that is called a money plant. But I think it's all about the belief that people have, the luck it brings to you. But I think every plant brings us some luck, right? Emma, what did you find? Emmanuel, what did Google say? Let us know what Google is saying about the money plant as well. Okay. Just let me know what Google says and I'll be happy. Okay, let me see. I asked the same. Was told that it does better. guys, it does better in it does better in rich household. You see, people have a lot of beliefs, but one of the beliefs that I have heard of is it brings in a lot of luck. You get more. You get when you bring it in, you attracts money to you, right? So that is the belief these people have about the money plant. Now, but you're saying I will buy some money plants then and propagate them, wait for harvest. I want to give up my current job. Right. No. Right. Ah, no, but you still have to work. It's just going to bring in luck for you to attract more money and and better job. Right. You might if you quit your job, you might end up eating it instead. That was a good one, Norbert. Nicolaj, money plants are beautiful. Yes, they are beautiful. Sarah is laughing at Norbert's suggestion. All right. Emmanuel, you are saying, since I want luck, so my first plant should be the money plant. Yes. So, yeah, if you believe, you know, you believe, and anything can happen with the mindset you get. When you have a positive mindset, we attract positive things to our lives. So let us keep the positivity, and if the money plant can help, let us all have the money plant in our households, all right, to attract some luck. So nobody is looking to get rich with a money plant. So let us all engage in planting the money plant. Yeah, it is a house plant. So just be careful how you water it. Check your soil so that you don't over smother it and it dies, because house plants don't need so much watering. So just make sure that you take care of it. Otherwise, they'll all go at once. So we have our pumpkin. Sarah, look, our pumpkins are still here. Remember us of a plant that chases snakes. Okay, I'll get to that. But look at our pumpkin that we are curing, leaving to cure. We brought this from Soroti, guys. We brought it from Soroti, and I can't wait for those of Sarah to come and we feast together. We have we have two two pumpkins. I can't wait to eat this. So these ones are waiting very heavy, guys. So that was one of the products from Soroti Garden. I brought it with me when I was coming. It is nice just to take things from here to Soroti, bring things from Soroti to Kampala. And this we plan to get lots of seeds from. And remember, you can get very few seeds, but you have to learn how to multiply them. That's what we do. We get even just a few, maybe two, and then we have 100 out of the two. So very important to multiply your seeds, okay? There are no plants that chase snakes. Yes, Manuel, there are no particular plants that chase snakes. Actually, there are a variety of plants that we need to incorporate in our gardens to repel different types of snakes. So plants, what is it? Sometimes they tell you plant this snake plant, but it might not chase, might not repel all types of snakes, but might repel one or two types. So we have to have different variety of plants that repel different types of snakes, not just one. And if we are to look at a number of them, that will require another topic. That I am happy to tackle, to just handle different types of plants that could repel a particular type of snakes. So you don't have just one plant that you need to plant to repel all the snakes. It's going to just repel maybe one, and then the others will just walk through. So you need to have a variety of them incorporated in your garden to just help repel a few species. Okay, so we shall handle that maybe in one of the topics, and we'll tackle that as well. So Kenda, you're saying, I have a mosquito repellent plant, by the way. It's believed that it also repels snakes. It has a very pungent smell. Which is that? So what do you guys use for repelling your the mosquitoes, for example? For us, we use, me particularly, I use the lemongrass. Sarah also has lemongrasses growing. So that can also actually repel certain rodents, creep, whatever. So I have lemongrass growing that can also repel some mosquitoes. Someone give Mr. Novat a drink. Hey, yeah, can I bring Mr. Novat a drink? Unfortunately, you won't even see money plants in banks. Maybe these bank guys are not aware of the money plant. We should spread the knowledge. We should spread the knowledge to the banks as well, so that they can get some money plants for themselves. So nobody's saying, okay, sorry, I don't want to divert the discussion too much from serious topics. No, but we still need to advertise the money plans to the banks so that they can. But if we take the money plans to the bank, then they're going to attract a lot of money going in, and then we shall all take our money to the bank whether or not we get them, right? So maybe it's not maybe it's a bad idea for banks to have the the money plant. Yes, like I don't think that we can really. Sarah says I have lemongrass, but still have mosquitoes. Yes, we can never really get rid of mosquitoes entirely, I guess. But it helps a little bit to repel. And also the other thing is the rosemary, plant. Rosemary plants also help to repel. But you know, like these things can only help as much. If you have like a factory of mosquitoes around your backyard, then you're not going to be able to repel them. You just have to make sure that you don't have water stagnant around the house. And also I know that once you have these plants and it's damp, so that is like a breeding place for mosquitoes also. So let us try as much as possible to incorporate the herbs, this and that, so that so you're welcome. So that we can try as much as possible to repel a majority, even if we cannot repel all. You know, like even in the house, guys, you can was it Sarah who told me this? I don't know. Yes. Yeah. About we always get a glass of water. I have like some glasses that I can pour in hot water, and then I put the rosemary plant. The aroma, it comes out. I put at particular points in the house, and the aroma it gets, you know, in the room, it's refreshing, and that also helps to repel a little bit of mosquitoes. Like I said, we cannot really repel entirely, but it helps somehow. It has actually worked a little bit. One time I got annoyed and just put a lot of glasses of rosemary rosemary plants in glasses and at different points of the house, and the room smelled so good. And that night I didn't experience mosquitoes, guys. So somehow, yeah, it works, but also depends on the factory of mosquitoes in your yeah. So let us eliminate stagnant waters in our compound, because they are breeding grounds for mosquitoes. And as for snakes, we can also only try to repel as much as we can, because we cannot repel all of them. Certain plants work for different snakes, and they are pretty different depending on the stubbornness of the snakes as well. They might just go. There are those that don't care, you know, like, you're there, but I will still survive through. So it depends. So let us just plant a variety of things. Herbs, because herbs are not only going to help you in your kitchen, but they also bring in those aroma in the compound, in the house. So yeah, let's just plant everything. Money plant, herbs, whatever. Let's do it. Nobody's saying here at my place, we do not have mosquitoes or any other insects in the air for some 5 months per year. After all, cold is the best insect repellent. You are right. You are right. And so you should be happy about the weather. It shouldn't be depressing, because imagine having having mosquitoes singing in your ear. Sometimes you have that one particular mosquito that keeps just sings and sings and sings, and you can't get rid of it. No matter how much you flush through the night, you don't even see them. They're just there. So it gets a little bit annoying, and of course, spread the parasites, the plasmodium and the malaria. We have a lot of malaria patients, especially in this season, because we have lots of mosquitoes, so they spread the parasites very easily. What is months? Oh, I wanted to write. Okay, 5 months per year. Okay, I understood that. Yeah, so yeah, they don't grow, they don't multiply in those cold climates. But us here in the tropics, we suffer so much. You go in the forest even during the day, they're biting on your legs, they're biting everywhere. And if it could only end at that, but most times we have to treat malaria, unfortunately. When I was in Surati, I suffered a severe malaria. I thought it was fatigue, and I just kept postponing and postponing, thinking, oh yeah, I'm working so hard, so it is fatigue, until it was a little bit too late, and I had to rush and get treatment. So that is a disadvantage of this nature. Farm for profit. Thank you so much. Hi, welcome to the live. Thank you for joining us. I was in the garden earlier doing transplanting and planting. But since it got dark, I decided to bring you guys in the house and just keep on being with you for a little bit more. Thank you so much for your support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to do so, especially, of course, if you love urban farming. And also, when you're subscribing, don't forget to hit on the notification bell. Press that button so that you're notified whenever I post a video on here. And leave us a like. Leave the live stream a like. I appreciate that so much. You help us to engage more, and send me those comments. If you've just joined us, please send the comments, and I'll be very happy to know you and say hello back. And also, of course, please, Kenda is saying, farm for profit. I'm here, or I missed the transplanting. I didn't show much of the transplanting either, so you didn't miss so much, but I showed the seeds that I was planting, and yeah, there are quite many. I've left them outside still. But yeah, I chose to do it in the evening. Earlier it was very rainy, and I got lazy. I was a little bit lazy and reluctant today, and feeling a little bit yeah, fatigued. But I decided that I need to follow through with my promise to be with you on Sundays and also Wednesdays. So I'll be doing Wednesdays in the evening, since that could cover for your time. Some of you go to work and you may not have time to be on the live. So I'll be going on Wednesdays and Sundays. If I have something to show you, I'll definitely show you. And if I don't, we shall just sit like this and talk, okay? Because the live helps me to engage with you more. Maybe you have questions that you want to throw at me directly, and I'll be very, very happy to answer you and help you whatever way I can. It is Sarah says it won't bite you and leave. It will sing until you throw hands. Yes, mosquitoes are like that. When they sting, you keep doing like, and you realize you're actually slapping yourself. If someone did that to you, then you'll really be offended, right? But it forces you to slap everywhere. That it goes here, it goes here. You're slapping everywhere. So mosquitoes can be so annoying. But yeah, let us try. Yeah, the time actually I was so mad at a mosquito that I threw my hands and it really hit me, and I felt that. I imagine I felt the pain that I inflicted on myself. It was on the cheeks, guys. It was so painful. Kenda says, yes, Sarah, it's like an ambulance. Yeah, just like, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. I just don't like mosquitoes. And when you're here, uh, you have to, we have to be in under mosquito net, because it just frustrates you throughout the night. So yeah, let us just plant more of, let's try to repel them with the herbs, but also take measures, other measures like getting rid of stagnant water, etc. Okay. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being with me. I really appreciate you all. If you haven't subscribed again, please make sure to do so and leave us a like on the live stream and every video that you have watched, and of course liked. Also, don't forget to visit my sister Sarah's YouTube channel. You have a lot to learn on there. She has a lot to offer. So visit her channel. She's Sarah Pedun, and let us get going with urban farming. And again, if you want to establish your gardens and you don't want to get your hands dirty, or you have no idea, or this and that, and you have any inquiry, the number is on the bio. Please contact me on WhatsApp, and I'll be very happy to assess your space and help you on your way to establishing your urban farm. That is what we love to do. It's a passion, and we want to encourage each and every one of you to engage in urban farming. That is the future. It's our future, guys. You're watching. Yeah, Sarah says I'm watching you and Manu at the same time, almost through the. Guys, Manchester United is a family team of ours. Since we were young, our dad was a Manchester fan, and we had no choice to choose from other teams, because once you see your parent and parading you to watch football, it was something that we learned to love to. It was a team that we learned to love to. How do I say? To support. So for us, there was no choice. Yeah, it has been a family thing. It is my niece that is a little bit confused right now, because My nephew and my brother-in-law are Arsenal fans. So my niece is always torn between supporting us and supporting the brother and the father. So she feels pity every now and then if we are being attacked, and then she comes to our side and then goes back the other side. She's so compassionate, guys. She's the most compassionate little girl that I've ever met. So yeah, we are we are a family of Manchester United. But for me personally, I normally when I get time or I'm at Sarah's, we get to watch together. But when I'm alone, I don't really watch much because I don't like the pressure, guys. I don't like the pressure. And then sometimes I get like, here I am getting pressure and they don't even know me. So normally I wait until the game is over and then I just Google to see. But otherwise, if I'm with my sisters, I always watch with them. And of course, we are just shouting like crazy human beings. Navat says, Sarah Manu is the real money. What? Uh, my heart is threatening to come out of my chest. Sarah, are we losing? Tell me. The last time I watched Manu with Sarah, uh, my nephew kept looking at me because I was just rambling. I was underage. I was just like this. Like I had fire underneath. So my nephew just kept laughing at my reaction instead of reacting to what was going on in front of us. So there's a lot of pressure with these games, and I try as much as possible to avoid, because I think if you have heart issues, you definitely might just go. Every time I'm watching a game, my heart is here, almost jumping out of my throat. So yeah, let me see. We also have mosquitoes here from May till October. Oh, during the summer, yeah, mosquitoes are not. They're not. They're not very pleasant. Not sure what happened right there. It was just telling me it's reconnecting. I wasn't sure what went wrong. The Wi-Fi was intact, so I'm not so sure what happened. But thank God we're back here now. Winning with a goal. I pray that we win this time. But every time Manu wins, uh, uh, I always miss that game. But every game I watch, they're always losing. So maybe I don't know. So I just always wish to watch these games when we're winning, but every time I watch with either Sarah or other sisters of mine, our teams are always losing, which is it's quite sad. But I'm glad at least you are winning with a goal. How many minutes so far? Guys, if you're there, please let me know. Let me know if you're hearing me, because we disconnected for a little bit. I don't know what happened, but I'm so grateful for you sticking around despite the inconveniences. I really, really, really appreciate you being here with me. We are all about urban farming, guys, but of course, we are talking about everything else. And we venture into other things every now and then. So please, if you're new here, feel very, very welcome. And of course, subscribe to the channel, and also leave a like on this live stream, as well as every video that you may have watched or you might get to watch. And also don't forget to leave me a comment, whether we are on live or not. Just leave me a comment anywhere, anytime. I'll be very, very happy and pleased to interact with you. So bring those questions over. Let's discuss every other topic. It makes me very, very, very happy. So we have about 6 minutes, and then I'll let you go. So today I decided to be with you a little bit longer. So 6 more minutes and I'll let you go. But I truly, truly appreciate you. Thank yes, I'm grateful that you're still there. Yes, we disconnected a little bit and I was a little bit worried that you might not be able to hear me, but I'm happy that you're hearing me. Let's support Nova to get a money plant. Okay, yes, I'll get the container, the planter. So who is bringing the real money plant? Sarah, you're bringing the real money plant for Norbert. I'm bringing the planter. Norbert, you're on Liverpool side. You should join your sisters right now on. Sarah is willing to donate a cutting for Norbert. I am willing to buy Norbert a planter or planters. And Kenda, what are you going to do for Norbert? What are you going to bring to contribute towards Norbert's getting a money plant? And I think he might not just need one since he's planning to quit his job. So he might need quite a number. So, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like on our live stream and also say hello if you've just joined. I really appreciate your presence here and I'll be very pleased to interact with you. So just say hello and I'll be happy to say hello back and just to get to know you. So for me personally today, I have been mostly indoors because it was raining for almost a half the day. It was just moody. But in the afternoon somewhere, at some point, the sun. Okay. Yeah, at some points we had some sun shine. Yeah, we had some sun, and then later in the evening is when I decided to just go and do some garden work. Because I always like to be, I don't want to waste the entire day doing lots of nothing. But today was a Sunday, and today is still a Sunday, and oh, it's already night. But yeah, the entire day was just relaxed. I was just relaxed and chilling, and I decided to do my planting and transplanting later in the evening, and that's where our life began. So thank you so much, guys, for if you've just joined, it's not too late. Just tell me hello, and I'll be happy to say hello back and just to get to know you as well. And if you have any questions in regards to urban farming, if you have an inquiry or you have your concerns, you have your suggestions, please feel free to interact. Leave a comment below, and I'll be very, very happy to interact with you all. We are learning from each other. Learn from me, learn from you, and we are. Okay, Norbert, I'm happy that you can hear me. Yes, Sarah is under pressure. We might need to get her some water. At least she's experiencing the pressure on my behalf as well, since we are all money fans, huh? For me, I like to see it on the news after the game, so we'll see how it ends. What cutting you mean? I'm afraid now. No, but that is how you propagate the money plant. Like I said, there are two plants that I've encountered that is called the money plant. There is the one that grows with the leaves, with broad leaves, but there is one that grows like a succulent. So that particular one you can propagate using a cutting. She definitely isn't going to cut you, but that is just a means of propagation. We use cuttings for propagation, and it just like cassava or there are a number of plants actually that we like crotons as well. You can use the cuttings to propagate. You don't need to look for seeds for everything, and that is why I was also talking about tomatoes, for example. Every time like, do you have birds of paradise in your garden? Birds of paradise. Yeah, I think I do, yeah. Mm. And then, okay, I'm relieved now. Okay, Novat and Sarah right there. But yeah, I have a number. I think I'll have to again do a tour of my garden at some point to show you guys what I should do a garden update at some point. It's been a while, but yeah, I think I need to do another tour of my garden to show you what I have and what I don't have. I will definitely do that, no problem. So I was talking about using the cuttings for propagation of tomatoes. Sometimes you can visit a farm and then you find out that there's a particular type of tomato that you don't have, and nowadays there are variety the variety of plants. Even the tomatoes, there are variety in that family. So when you go like to visit a farm and you see a particular tomato plant that is different from what you have, instead of asking or waiting for the seeds, you can just ask for a cutting of that particular plant, and then you go and put them in the soil, and you have that tomato growing and fast. So tomatoes can also be propagated using the cuttings. If we learn to do that, then you make work so much easier. So if you get one plant from this particular variant, then you get the other from that, then you get the other one, then you have a combination of all types of tomatoes. So let's learn also to use our cuttings for the tomato plants. Comes in very handy. Sometimes when we go to see the farms somewhere, then we see something, then we just ask for a little cutting, and we have multiplied things like that. Hey, I struggle. Toby, what are you struggling with? Let me know. Elaborate, please. What are you struggling with, so that I can know how to respond to that? Tell me. So guys, we have, it's already been 2 hours since we went live. So I'll soon be summarizing, but let's wait for, you struggle with propagation. How do you struggle with the propagation? So when you're doing like, for example, the croton, you just have to make sure that there's a bud somewhere from which a new shoot can sprout. So like a tomato plant, you can just cut at some point, and then you plant where there is. Now that is giving me ideas of making a video on how to do this. So probably I'm going to they rot before they root. Okay. What have you tried to plant before that has gotten rotten? If you could elaborate, because there are a number of things that we try to propagate, and yeah, they could rot. But I want to tackle using the example that you've tried with before. So, what did you plant that got rotten, so that we can use that example? And we have Sarah here. We have family here that can help each other. Rosemary and lavender, right? So yes, we have had also this problem. Yes, we have had this in the live that I had at Sarah's place. Someone also Christopher also brought in that same concern, that whenever you plant, it tries to propagate rosemary. For him, it was rosemary. They always die. And I am going to tell you the same solution that we gave. Like Sarah is saying, try not to water too much. For example, rosemary and lavender are not fan of too much water. Okay, so just make sure that your soil is moist but not wet. So rosemary and lavender don't like a lot of water. And once you I don't know if I can Let me see. Let me call Kana to help with the rosemary plant. Kana, Kana. Okay, let me just go get a rosemary plant. Guys, I'm back. I'm back. So this is our rosemary plant. Okay. Right. And it rained today, so it's a little bit too wet. But also I have like a mulch around it. So once you want to propagate it, you can either break or use your, let me just break it, okay? So you break it like this. This is a little bit crooked, but still it will survive. And then you remove this downer leaves, okay? And then you insert in your soil. So when you're watering, please don't overwater. Just keep the soil a little moist, because like I said, lavender and rosemary do not like a lot of water. So, and propagate as many as possible. Maybe one or two might not survive, but there's likely a chance that they will all survive. Just know how uh, to water them and also to cut them. When you're cutting, don't also, like this, you can just make a sharp or a slanting cut and you're good to go. Yeah, it has been a challenge for many people, but it is still possible to do it. So just watch how you plant how you propagate, especially with the watering. And also don't underwater. Just keep the soil a little bit moist, because like I said, they don't like a lot, a lot of water. Otherwise, they'll just rot. Yeah, they'll just rot and die. So nobody's saying, Lois, you are always some minute behind with receiving the messages. Somehow your network is slow a bit. Yes, since it turned off, I'm not so sure why the Wi-Fi is misbehaving. I don't know if it's something to do with the weather. I'm not so sure, but yeah, I can also see a little bit of yeah, dragging that is happening. But yeah, Toby says, any soil or special soil? Not really. But of course, you don't want to use very hard soil. When you're using just normal soil is fine. Okay, normal garden soil is fine. There is no special special soil that this one needs. But just watch out with the watering. That's all. And of course, for you as a gardener, you have to make sure that you have a proper soil proper soil in your garden. For me personally, when I got, even if it's bad soil, like maybe red soils, there's a lot of red soil this other side, but I got like wood dust, then some broken chippings, wood chippings, and also barks of some wood, and I just mixed it like rotten leaves, and I just mixed them in the garden. So try as much as possible to improve your soil whichever way. If you can access manure, do that. If you can make your own manure, and I encourage that so much, do that as well. And let's work with good soil for our plants, because they need nutrients. So if it is very bad soil, then, and also this comes handy because plants require, there are properties of soil that plants require. Good aeration, for example. And with good aeration, you might not find it with clay soil, like very sticky and all that. So different types of soil have different properties. So if you mix your plant well with like create your own manure and mix it well to give you good soil, then it has good aeration, good drainage. You don't also want to plant your plant to try and propagate in a soil where there is poor drainage. So then you don't have what? You don't have a proper flow of water. The water might be stagnant, and that affects a lot. And once the water is stagnant in the soil, then there is definitely poor aeration going on there. The air is not flowing in that soil, and definitely your plant is going to die. So please make sure that you have at least relatively good soil before you start propagating your plants, just to ensure that there is proper aeration, proper drainage, especially. Okay, those are very two important factors that you need to make sure your soil is providing for your plant. Otherwise, yeah, we stand a greater chance of killing our plants. I need to talk about a lot of these things in the next videos, which I will do. I don't mind. It makes me happy to learn from you and you learn from me to be of help, whichever way I can. Okay. So Toby, I hope I answered a little bit. Please just make sure your soil is good, because good soil has good properties, which is good for the plant. And your plant will do well as long as you water properly. And if rosemary shouldn't be overwatered, how come they could also be immersed in water? Right. Look, Emmanuel, I hear the soil gets tired because of no rain. Yes. The soil, okay, Dima, I'll get back to you on that as well. Yeah, because sometimes we actually, when you have like these, you can also try to put in water until they develop roots. But rosemary plants that are like the mature plants that are in water don't do so, or they don't do well. You find they're a little bit yellowish and they're suffering a little bit. But yeah, initial propagation, you can also try to put in like a glass of water. Then you remove the leaves like that and you place them in, and then you just need to be changing that water over time, because there is also depletion of nutrients, or the aeration is not good there. And then you plant, and then see if you can develop the roots. They can develop roots, and then you can transplant. But generally, rosemary plants, and especially in lavender, love a little water. And yeah, to answer for Emmanuel, I hear the soil. Oh, guys, if you have more suggestions on what Dima has just said, why do they thrive in water? Let us know. We are learning from each other, aren't we? Sarah says it's either water or soil, but both. If you want to have the rooting hormone, fine, but it's not really necessary. I've never used the rooting hormone, and it has worked out fine for me. So like for me, I focus also on on the expenses. We try to do these things in the cheapest ways possible to encourage other people. So some people might not know what rooting hormones are either, but if you want to use the rooting hormone, you can do it. Otherwise, it has worked for us perfectly without the rooting hormone as well. It does well. Just make sure that your soil is good, with good aeration and drainage, and it'll be good to go. And of course, the watering should be on point. Guys, any more suggestions that will answer Dima's questions? And Emmanuel says, I hear the soil gets tired because of no rest. Um, it's not like the soil gets tired, really. It is because of the depletion of our nutrients. So when you keep planting, especially if you keep planting one particular type of plant over and over and over and over again, like for example, if you keep planting maize without giving your soil time to rest, I mean like without incorporating manure or fertilizer, then you're depleting the nutrients in the soil, because there are other plants that like maize, sunflower, they take in a lot of nutrients and give back to the soil much. So if you learn how to avoid to avoid this depletion of nutrients in your soil, that's what is called tired. Yeah, so they call it tired. The soil is tired, not tired, but the nutrients are depleted from that particular soil. So what you can do is incorporate other plants. If you have like maize, do intercropping. That is one method to prevent depletion of nutrients from soil. So you can intercrop like maize with a legume. Legumes are those with the root nodules that help to fix nitrogen into the soil. So you can incorporate with that, and then these plants are helping while the other ones are busy consuming. The other ones are doing something else to help the soil. And of course you have to keep on incorporating manure in your garden, and yeah, you'll be fine. So that's saying that the soil gets tired. It's just the depletion of the nutrients because of one plant planted planted over and over again without any, especially planting of those crops that consume lots of nutrients, okay, without putting any manure or fertilizer. Just you keep draining and draining and draining until it is depleted. So we can do that, one, by intercropping, two, by of course making sure that we are giving back to the soil, like in form of manure, so that they get more nutrients to give these plants, because they're always draining from the soil. Okay guys, we are already like in 17 past, and I really need to say bye to you now and let you go. But if you have any final questions, please, I can give 3 more minutes, and then I will say my final goodbye and good night for tonight. So thank you so much guys for supporting me, for being with me. Okay, Manuel has a question. Does the soil get malnutrition over? Yeah, if you put it that way, yes, because when you plant these crops, they are taking in nutrients. The roots are taking in the nutrients. They're eating, they're living things, right? So they're taking in nutrients necessary for their own survival. So they take it in, they take it from the soil. Overnutrition, okay. So when you depends. So if you want, if you get a particular land, Emmanuel, there are people who conduct tests on what minerals are there in the soil. So you can also engage them if you want to. But of course, if you are applying these fertilizers, if you're doing it manually, then it is going to be calculative. You know when to do it and when not to do it. When you have done it this time, then you know that it's going to be put again another time. So you don't do it all the time. It is not often. You have to do it now and then maybe after maybe 2 months or even more. So it's not done all the time. But once you get, of course, if you want to do it, then you have to do it right. You don't have to you don't have to give too much, and you don't have to give less either. So when you're getting these fertilizers, usually there are instructions. Like I said, maybe nitrogen, for example, there is that they call it NPK. It has it has nitrogen, it has phosphorus and potassium. So they will always instruct you on what quantity to mix to put in the soil. So it depends. So you don't over give it. Of course, if you're told a certain amount, don't add yours, because everything has to be in proportion. Otherwise, of course, it becomes a nuisance as well. So yeah, but of course, if you're applying your own manure and these and practicing good agricultural practices, I mean employing good agricultural practices like intercropping, and sometimes you don't even sometimes when you harvest like your maize, for example, you don't have to bring those stalks home. You can just cut them and let them rot there. That also helps the soil a lot. And yeah, so just keep employing good farming or agricultural methods, and you'll be fine. There is no such thing, and there's not going to be the, especially if you plant the legumes, there's not going to be like over nitrogen or something like that. They're going to help fix the nitrogen, but also remember, if you're intercropping, as you're giving back to the soil, the other plants are taking in. So there are plants like maize and sunflower that are taking a lot of nutrients. So you, as a farmer, you're just trying to help slow that process of loss of nutrients from the soil by keeping a balance. So when you intercrop and then apply manure here every now and then you are not just applying particularly nitrogen or anything else, you're also applying other things that the plants need. Like for example, magnesium, you need that for, guys, if you go into like, yeah, we're going to photosynthesis and all of those things. Those are very essential nutrients that we need for our plants. So definitely, if we don't nurture our soil, they are going to lose it. But if you're doing intercropping, they're not going to fix too much nitrogen in the soil. But again, if you have acquired some land and you're able to involve experts who can test whatever minerals are already present, that is well and good. But for us, our work is to just keep the balance. So today, and you can also, yeah, you can do you can do maize this season, then you can do something else next season, then you can do something else the other season, or you can just do them in you can just do them once. You practice companion planting, which I said is very, very important. Okay, so guys, let me see what you're saying. Oh, Emmanuel, have I answered your question, or I have just ranted? Let me know if you are satisfied with the answer, or we need to elaborate more. And if I even need to make a video on it, I'll be very happy to do so. So just let me know if my answer has helped you. Sometimes I tend to talk, when I'm explaining things, I might go here, there, but I'm happy to know if you've understood or not, so that I can even elaborate more or see where I can explain much better. Thank you so much. My plant has to be the money plant. Stay safe and blessed. Okay, man. We'll start with the money plant. But that is, remember, it is a shade plant. So it is either in the house or under some sort of shade, okay? Not directly in the sun. It thrives more under the shade, or in the, yeah, the house is already shade. So let me know how your plans are doing. If you've started and how your plans are doing, I'll be very happy to know your progress, and I'll be very, very happy to know how you are what your plans are for starting your urban farm, for example. So please, I have to let you go now. If you haven't subscribed yet, thank you to Toby. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to do so and hit on the notification bell if you haven't already. Okay, the notification bell helps you get notified whenever I post a video on here, and of course leave me a like should you on this live stream, and of course every video that we post to help spread further to other people so that we can promote urban farming vastly. Okay, we are promoters of urban farming, and I look forward to seeing everybody doing that. I appreciate you all, and again, don't forget to subscribe to Sarah Pedun. She has a lot to offer that you can learn from her as well. So until next time, guys, I have to say bye-bye. All right, guys, see you next time. I appreciate you a lot. I didn't read the from Dima. She say, okay. Thanks, Lois. It's always an honor sharing knowledge and gardening. I look forward to the day uh, with a bat against. Yes, yes, food security. Food security is very, very important, and we need to encourage urban farming more and more instead of relying on the guys in the rural areas. Okay, until next time, guys. Bye. Love you all.